Hello, my name is Amya here, and I'm in the 7th grade.
Okay.
I go to ACLC, which is short for Alameda Community Learning Center. It is a very good charter school, and by applying for the school, you're recommended to get a very good education. Let's begin with the main subject, bones and muscles, and the muscle structure. Let's begin with bones. Bones are living tissue containing blood vessels, cells, and nerves. New bone cells are continually made, replacing the dead ones, and this is why a fractured bone isn't so bad, because it can be healed by the bones making new blood and replacing the old one. Heals the arm. Well, since it does it continually, it heals it slowly, but it heals it, which is the good part. Calcium gives bones strength and are laid down in concentrated circles in the bone's outer layer.
Don't put that on your...
These minerals are found within the bone, also called osteoblasts. Bone surfaces are covered with cartilage. Cartilage helps the bones a lot, because without cartilage, our arms, instead of going like this, it would go like this. And we don't want that, do we? Because it would be very hard to move around. Now, there are other bones that are very helpful, like the plates. There's a bone type called plates. There's a skull, and the sternum and the ribs. Now, these protect very important things, like the skull protects the brain, which is very important. The sternum and the ribs protect the heart and the lungs. Without your heart, well, there's no more you, and the body cannot live without the brain. Also, the lungs, without the lungs, you can't breathe, so need that. Sternum's also known as the breastbone, of course. These are very helpful. What about how the muscles help the bone? Let's move on to that subject. Without muscles, we would not be able to do much at all. Without muscles, we won't be able to lift up this book. I can't open it or flip the pages. I would just be big bone and skin. Muscles are very important because you can walk easier, you can swim, you can exercise, you can jump up and down, you can say I want to call a friend. I get to push the button. I have muscles. You want to call them? You can call them. Using muscles by picking up the phone and calling your friend. By talking, which also uses muscles, because by smiling, you use 12 muscles. By frowning, you use 11 muscles. There are three different types of muscles. There's skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, and smooth muscles. Most muscles in the body are skeletal. I bet you're wondering, cardiac muscle, is muscles near the heart? Well, of course there is. Just like whenever you have cardiac arrest, that's when the muscle in your heart, because there's this small little muscle, let me show you. Oops. Muscle right there. And if that muscle gets damaged in any way, you immediately go into cardiac arrest. Let's continue. Smooth muscles work automatically. Just, let's say I'm using a smooth muscle by just walking, talking. That's automatic. Blinking, I'm using muscles then. Breathing, using muscles, and my heart is always using muscles, because when it beats, it's using muscles then. Let's see. Would you like to know some fast facts? Here we go. Did you know that a female pelvic bone is wider than a male's? Because when the female is producing the baby, it will need, of course, help to carry that whole baby. So the pelvic bone at the bottom is wide so it can help the baby when it's growing, so the woman won't fall over or tumble, which this is very good. Sometimes males have wider bones than females. That's because they're hermaphrodites, or this is a serious matter. We should go to the hospital with that. The femur bone is the largest bone in the body. It can go up to be 18 to 45 centimeters long. Cool, right? Also, did you know that the ulna is Latin for under? Want to know why? Because here's the ulna, and here's the radius. Now the ulna is underneath the radius, so that's why in Latin it means under. Here's my conclusion. Well, that was my video. I hope you liked it. You can check out more cool things that I wrote, that I even talked about, radio shows, videos, you name it, articles, at my website, foryoung-doctors.org. I'll repeat, foryoung-doctors.org. My name is Amya. I hope you enjoyed my video, and have a great day. Bye.